Good morning, everybody. It's Monday. I am off, so I thought I would grab my first cup of coffee. I'm about halfway in, and we are going to work on Christmas projects. I have got a vendor event, a craft show coming up at the Fairview Community Center. It's in our local town, and I say that because I always post these videos to my YouTube channel. If you haven't already gone to my YouTube channel, it is Kathy Case with Spectacular Creations. I'd appreciate it if you'd hop on over to YouTube and like and subscribe to my channel. I do post stuff on there. I post chalk couture videos and other crafting videos. So this morning we are going to make a Christmas project from start to finish, and what I'm going to use is the Calm and Bright reusable transfer. On the back it tells you how to prepare your transfer, how to take care of your transfers so they will last longer. So like I said, these are reusable transfers. You chalk on them, and then you wash them, dry them, and put them back in on the backer and in your little sleeve, and they are reusable. They are reusable up to 8 to 12 times, but if you take good care of them, they will last longer than that. This is also a transfer that we're going to use, and these are what they call cut-aparts, and they are called Warm Wishes Minis. And I think we're going to use this Hope transfer. They have cut lines, so you cut them apart and use them individually. In the holiday suite, Chalk Couture has made us these ornament minis. There's 12 in a pack, so I think what I'm going to do is put this Hope on this ornament mini, and we are going to attach a hanging twine to this board. Now this board is not a Chalk Couture surface, so as my husband is in construction, I get lots of scrap wood that he collects for me, and I sand it. I use chalk paint, which is different from the chalk paste that Chalk Couture uses, that we sell. I use chalk paint, I distress it, I stain it, and you have to wax your board beforehand, and I use this Minwax paste finishing wax. So I put a coat of it on there and I buff it. Now if you use a Chalk Couture surface, which I'm not sure if I have one handy, I've got a lot of stuff still boxed up that I haven't opened yet. But all Chalk Couture surfaces are ready to go, which means you don't have to chalk them. But like I said, these surfaces that are not Chalk Couture surfaces, you have to actually prepare those before you use them. So our color palette today is going to be reds and greens, and I've got some gold. So we have parakeet, garden herb, sage, candy apple red, and we have some gold. I'm going to use the gold on the ornament mini. We're going to use green for the wreath, all the greens. And then in the center, we're going to do maybe a mixture of doing some gold on the smaller letters, red on the big letters, and gold right here. And we're going to do what we call a hot mess technique. So we're going to open our transfer. And we're going to write the name of the transfer, which is Calm and Bright. We do this so we know which side to put the transfer back on, because it won't go on both sides. It has to go on the glossy side. And sometimes it's hard to tell. So we need our fuzzing cloth. There is a terry cloth side and a microfiber side. The microfiber side is for drying your transfer. The terry cloth side is for fuzzing your transfer, and it's the one that has the tag. And as you can see, my fuzzing cloth is well loved. So peel the backing away from your transfer and set it aside. And you're going to fuzz this a couple of times. And what you're doing is you are removing some of the sticky, so when you put your transfer back down, it will not pull up your paint or your stain or whatever it is that you prepared your transfer with. And when you wash your transfer, it will remove the fuzz and return it back to its almost original sticky state. You will lose some sticky. That is normal. So we just fuzz this a couple of times. And then I always just lay my towel in my lap in case I need it. Usually ends up falling in the floor, but that's okay. So we are going to center our transfer. And smooth it down, and I'm just going to hold it up and make sure it's where I want it to be. I think I want to move it down just a little bit. So my ornament will hang. That looks good. So then you want to smooth out any air bubbles, because air bubbles are not our friend. They will not give us a good image. And if you see any of this stuff that you think you might be interested in, just comment in the comments, whatever you want to comment, and I will be in touch with you and let you know how you can get these products. There's several ways that you can get Chalk Couture. Of course, you can be a designer. The designer kit is $99 plus tax, and it allows you to get all these products at 40%. And if you're looking for a home-based crafting business, that's the way to go. There is also a Chalk Club, which is $19.99 plus tax, and you get a transfer about this size or maybe sometimes smaller every month with 3 chalk paste, and that is a good way to see if it's something that you're interested in. And it's 3-month minimum. You can cancel after 3 months. The other way is just to visit my chalk store, which is www.chalkcouture.com/KathyCase, and that's Kathy with an I, and you can order straight from my internet store. So what we're going to do is open our paste and get them ready. And I put the lids beside each one because I'll lay my little squeegee in the lid so they don't get mixed up with each color. And this one is new. I haven't even opened it. And it was the Sage. So you will need mini squeegees. And some kind of stir stick. Chalk Couture does have stir sticks. And you want your paste to be a sour cream yogurt consistency. And you're going to stir your paste up to where it doesn't make any sounds. It sounds like snap, crackle, pop when it is not mixed together. And this one's a little thick, so when it's thick, you're just going to add a couple of squirts of water and remix. So we're going to work on the green now. And it is also too thick. And the sage should be just perfect because it's brand new, but it does need to be mixed up. So we've got our greens ready. Ooh, that was a mess. So when you're working with your transfers, the best thing to use are these Clorox wipes. That's what they recommend to clean your transfers, if I can get one out without making a mess. Sorry, made a mess. We've got to clean it up. Still working on the mess. Bear with me just a minute. this red will stain pink if we don't get it up. This is my new work mat that I got from Chalk Couture. Cleaning my hands. All right. One more little deal. Okay. Let's start. Let's see. We've got our gold. And I think we're going to start with the wreath. And we need our little placement tape. This is optional. And what I do is I place it where I think I'm going to be really close, mixing my colors so it don't get on my letters that I don't want green. Like that. And then I'm just going to start randomly placing my green because we're going to mix these together. And then I'm just going to take my finger and start blending. And wipe my finger off. And then we're going to take a squeegee and just remove our excess. And we don't want to put it back in the jar because it's several different colors. If it was just one color, we could put it back in a jar, but we can't because it's several colors and it will contaminate our other color. And just smooth your chalk paste out. And we're going to peel it up. And you want to start in the middle and pull it straight up. So we're going to let this dry for just a minute. Hey, Stacy. We're going to let this dry for just a minute, or we can use our heat tool and let it dry quicker. We're going to lay this transfer right back down and finish. And you want to test it and make sure it's dry. And then we're just going to gently lay this back down so we can get the words in the middle. And it doesn't really have to be exact, but you want to get it close. That looks good. So I'm going to peel my transfer tape up, and we're going to smooth this down and work on the red and the gold. And same thing like before, we're going to smooth out. Make sure there's no bubbles or we won't get a good image. So we're going to do red and gold on the words. So we'll do gold first. And just apply a little bit of chalk paste and just smooth it out with your little squeegee. Remove all the excess that you've put on your transfer, and then you can just put it right back in your jar. The next one we're going to do is red. I'm a very traditional Christmas color person. I like greens and reds. But I've got some ideas coming up that I am going to do, try to step out of my box a little bit and do some non-traditional colors for a craft fair that I've got coming up. So again, I'm applying my chalk paste, smoothing out the lines, getting off the excess. And putting it back in the jar. Sorry, I have to concentrate when I do this. Can't concentrate and talk at the same time. I'm removing my excess, putting my red back in the jar. We're going to peel it and reveal it. Oh, I'm gonna lay this back down because it looks like my top of my L didn't get enough chalk. So you want to do it slowly and check. And you want to do this before your chalk dries. You want to pull it before your chalk dries, or you won't get a good image. So that's it so far. It looks good. I love it. And then what you do is you just take your transfer to a water bath. And I'll show it to you. I just got this water bath, this little tub at the Dollar Tree, and I use it over and over. So it is soaking in the water until I'm ready to clean it. So this is our Christmas decoration so far. Now, I think the next thing we'll do is do our little Christmas mini. So while that's drying, we'll do our little Christmas mini, which is this little ornament pack of 12 ornaments. And we're going to open this. And get one out. It comes with the twine that holds them. There is a transfer for these particular ornaments. I don't know why. You know how you order stuff and you're like, I like that, I ordered it, but I didn't order the transfer that actually goes with it. But the beauty about Chalk Couture is you can find stuff to put on there. They also have these tags. The tags is a pack of 6, and they also come with their twine. So these are called cut aparts, and I think we're going to do the Hope transfer. And we're just going to cut it apart. There's cut lines. And like same as the last time, we're going to write on the back so we know which side is back. So this is called Warm Wishes Minis. And we're going to put the word Hope because they're all the same size. And if you go in and start using a whole bunch of them, you'll get confused on which one goes where. So that when we write on the back, that just lets us know that that's the back too. So you want to fuzz your transfer on the fuzzing cloth, and you can use any fuzzing cloth. You don't have to have this one. And then just place your transfer where you want it. And I just hold it up and make sure it's on straight, and just smooth out all your bubbles again. And this time I'm going to use this multi-purpose tool. It's really handy for these small areas. So I think I'm going to do the top holly berries first. And do the green leaves. And I'm just smoothing and dragging the chalk paste over the design. Make sure all this desired screen area in this color is covered. Removing all the lines that I see. And then this is what we call the chalk and peel. We don't want the chalk to dry, so we're going to peel it up, because it'll get stuck in the screen. And when you go to pull it up, it will not get a good image. It's easy to learn to do this. It sounds like a lot, but it's not. It's really easy. I got a little red in my leaf, but I don't think it really matters. And then we're going to peel the bottom one up. And then we're going to do our hope. We're going to make sure it's smoothed down all the way. No bubbles. And we're going to do that in gold. If you have any questions, feel free to put it in the comments. I will get back to you. Like I said, this is a business. If you're interested in doing a business, or if you want to join just for the discounts, or if you want to start making projects and selling projects, you can. Or you can just do my monthly club and get the monthly transfer every month. So we're going to peel that. And stick this in the water bath I showed you earlier. And I've got a paintbrush. Because I got a little booger. It's what I call a little booger. And just going to dab it to where it looks good. And this leaf Looks a little light, but I like it. I'm going to leave it. So we're going to dry our ornament. And we're going to take our chalk paste and squeegees and get them to the sink and close our chalk paste up so we don't make a mess. You can't leave your chalk paste open for a very long time because they will dry. This work mat here is also from Chalk Couture. I love it. It is a 18 by 24 and it has your measurements at the bottom. Clean my little paintbrush, and I'm just using Clorox wipe. Sip of coffee. And bring our project back out. We're going to attach our twine. I think I'll leave that. I'm not sure how it's going to hang. Then I've got just a small piece of ribbon. That we're just going to attempt a bow. It's very small. I don't know if I may just do it. A faux bow. There's our faux bow. And we're going to use our twine. Actually, it looks more like a rope. I can get it off my holder. There we go. And I have a little staple gun. That I'm going to use to attach. I'm going to tie a knot in the end. And I want to put it on the sides because what's so cool about it is you could do this side with Christmas, and I've still got to sand this side and wax it, but you can do this side for something else and just flip your decoration. Let me get my staple gun and have a two-sided decoration. And I just have this Magnetools electric stapler. Ooh. That one shot across the room. Well, I don't know where they're going. I think I'm missing the wood is what I'm doing. But that's the idea. We're going to attach it to the sides, and then we're going to dangle our little ornament from the side. And I will post the finished project when I get done in comments. So thank you for visiting with me this morning. Like I said, I have a YouTube channel, and I'm always posting videos of my crafting projects on the YouTube channel. If you'll go over to Kathy Case with Spectacular Creations and like and subscribe to my channel. If you have any questions, just comment below. Thank you. I hope y'all have a great Monday.